You're listening to The Fellas with Anthony McCoy,
Listen, man, that wasn't my fault. It was an unknown error.
Rich Thurston,
Someone said it was like the Bulls never changed their passwords, and Tibbs just popped in and did an auto trade.
Kev Lund,
We're out here doing this podcast, and these fools are out here blowing Super Bowls. Like, let's switch that up. Pay me a cool million, and I'll call the right place. I promise you.
and Kyle Straub.
When one of those point guards is James Harden, yes, the answer is yes, they are a better team.
Happy Halloween, or the day after Halloween, or however many days after Halloween.
Day before.
Thanks
The day
for
before,
tuning in.
motherfucker.
Man, we're not going to be online tonight, guys. It's not on till tomorrow, you dumbasses.
And tomorrow's Halloween.
Tomorrow is what? Which is why I started off by saying happy Halloween.
Oh my god.
McCoy got to come in
I
here
live in
and
the
jump
moment,
in
man.
like a dumbass.
I'm here right now, the day before Halloween.
Yeah.
Either way, thanks for joining us. on
Halloween
the
didn't
Fellas.
happen yet.
Dumbass McCoy and Kev out there. It didn't happen yet.
Dumbass Kevin McCoy.
I like how we started the show off arguing.
You're the one who had to jump in like an idiot.
Well, I didn't know what
Facts.
you were doing either. The day before, after, days, like, might as well just say happy
I didn't say the
Thanksgiving.
day before.
Yeah.
Why? This is going to be posted on Halloween, so happy Halloween.
See what happens when it gets dark early? Everything goes to shit.
Anyway, we got a good show for you. A lot that went on this week. Awesome World Series that we are in the middle of. We'll get into that a little bit later in the show. Yesterday, a freak horrible accident in football with Zach Miller and a knee injury that may cost him a leg. We got an update on that we'll talk about. But off the top, let's talk about the fight that happened in Golden State. Kev, your boy was in the middle of it. And I know you guys want to talk about these Nike jerseys. Everybody here, I think, is a fan of Nike and what they do, but these jerseys are trash, though.
So trash.
Yeah, how much are they charging for them things?
For the
Close to
authentics, I think it's
$200.
like, yeah.
Man, out here ripping like that. And then you guys want one of them hoodies? Yeah,
Nope,
that shit's
I
gonna
did.
rip too.
Yeah, right? I wanted one real bad until I saw the price being like $150 up, and then, like, you know, if I stretch too much, it might rip off me.
Yours will rip.
Yeah, I put it on, son. As soon as I get home and put it on, I'll be like, oh, this is dope. Boop. Rip.
Like Ock wearing his school clothes.
Nothing's like Ock wearing his school clothes. There's only one Ock.
Listen, man, they were stained. They didn't have to always be ripped.
Nope,
Oh,
I
they
saw
were
him rip his jeans twice.
Back to back, son.
Back to back.
That's the exact event I'm talking about, Rich.
Yeah.
Came with the new
So
pair on.
But yeah,
If you're
Bradley
listening-
Beal's my new boy for putting the beats on Draymond's bitch ass.
Yeah, if you're listening to this and you're not sure what we're talking about with the jerseys, the latest incident with a jersey ripping, because it's happened a bunch this season, was when Draymond and Beal got into it, a little scuffle between them, and Draymond's jersey was torn to shreds. And it's funny because you look at that, you look at that, and the side-by-side versus the Ron Artest jersey after an actual brawl took place. And his is intact. It's just stretched out on him, though.
Throw that shit in the dryer, it'll be all right.
That's right. Straight back on to fit him.
Who was it earlier in the season? I think it may have been LeBron that
LeBron,
intentionally,
and then,
like,
And
ripped
Tyler
underneath.
Ennis. Tyler
He
Ennis.
didn't
of
do that on
Lakers.
purpose.
oh, I thought he ripped it underneath intentionally because it was
LeBron,
too tight on
between
him.
his numbers got ripped in the back.
Yeah, it's split right
Oh,
between
okay.
the 2 and the 3.
Yeah, like 2-3 got separated. He
flexed
shouldn't
on
be
someone.
wearing that number.
Well, I want to know what the hell they're making these things out of that they're ripping so easily.
It looks like plastic after it rips.
The softest of
Like-
fabrics.
It's weird because they also do the NFL and you don't see NFL jerseys ripping. Why can't you have an NBA jersey that doesn't rip?
Yeah, you figure they should have
made for
tested
this,
these
man.
a bit more before
They don't know what they're
they just
doing.
put them out. No,
It
they don't.
ain't, it ain't the Wilson
Yeah, nothing is. They can't afford to make those for everybody, Kev.
out here. Good
They
thing
go
they don't make.
bankrupt.
Good thing they don't make condoms. Damn,
People be suing Nike out here.
damn, they'd be in trouble.
They must have made that plane the Thunder flew in too. Must have
Yeah, that plane. Hey, that
the
plane
bird.
did not rip. Thank God that plane didn't rip. They didn't hit a bird.
BP, son.
The entire nose of that plane was pushed in. They hit something large.
And 30,000 feet up, like what birds are up there anyway? Like birds go that high?
Dragons.
Yeah.
Dragons.
That's why you don't see us.
That's why you don't see us, he says.
They hit straw.
Yeah. He was trying to take him out before they whipped the Bulls' ass that game.
I got no marks on me. They can't handle it. I'll tell you what else can't be handled in NBA wise. McCoy, you sent this, I think, in the chat earlier today. AD and Boogie going through a haunted house.
Yeah. Did you watch that?
Yes, I did. And as soon as I saw the chainsaw, they had the same reaction I did. Turn and run.
I would act it the same way AD was acting in the haunted house, man. That ain't for me. Like, I don't even think you could have got me in there to begin with, but I would have been scared as hell too.
It was mad
Yeah,
funny
Rich, Kev,
when-
did you guys see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it
Yeah.
when I first woke up this morning, but I thought it was funny when Boogie was like, "AD, stop touching me, bro."
Yes. Yes. Because he was just snatching on the back of his shirt, holding on.
Just seeing
And I don't know who
big
their
ass
boy
dudes
was.
like that. Hilarious.
Right? They were
I
just
don't know-
taking up the whole room, son.
I don't know who he was hunchback walking through the wall, the doors and stuff. I don't know who their one boy was, the smaller guy in the front, but it was funny when things would run out at him because either Boogie or AD were pulling him right in front of him, like to use him as a
Yeah,
shield.
shield.
I'm 7 feet, but your little ass is getting in front of me.
I make 100 mil. You got to go first.
Yeah, right. This is what you're here for. You don't do anything on the court, so you can at least contribute in this haunted house.
You take the weed charges, and you go first in the haunted house.
I'll pay for the lawyer and any limbs that you lose.
Boogie about to knock someone out.
Yo, that was the
Around.
thing I thought too. Like,
I kept waiting
Boogie
to
is
see
always
that.
ready to fight someone, but he's running from some people in the haunted house.
I was waiting.
They weren't people.
Yeah,
Like
I
that.
mean,
Remember
that's
that one
different,
video
though, like-
from back in the day where the dude like pops up out of the recycling bin and the dude
he
walks
punched
Yeah,
him.
Yes.
and then he fell back in, and then the top closed on him.
That little video reminds me of where we went to school right out by the pool where there were those two vending machines and then the line of trash cans. I always think
Yeah.
that happened at KHS when I see it because of that.
Yeah.
Wish.
Yeah, that video was hilarious. That kid punched him so fast.
Fight or flight, man. He was ready to fight.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, man. That kid can't even be mad. Like, you pop out and scare somebody, that might be their reaction, you know?
Yo, because it's Halloween, I've been watching a lot of Halloween movies. I don't do scary very much, but I'll watch Halloween movies. You know, the Michael Myers stuff. I didn't realize that they remade them. Did you guys know that?
Yes.
Yes.
They're remaking another
I did.
one now. They're remaking it
Oh.
again.
Yeah.
So I
Danny
figured that out and
McBride.
went and looked it up, but
Yeah.
I had no idea. I just saw Halloween 2 was on TV earlier today, and I was like, cool.
That's a good one.
Flipped it on, and it was not the Halloween 2 that I remembered. I was confused as hell for a minute.
That was the Rob Zombie ones they did, yeah.
Yeah,
They did,
where Michael
yeah.
Myers is really fucked up looking.
Yeah. Well, he should be, but yeah, those movies aren't bad.
Are you
don't mind
watching the old ones, Straub?
The old
That's
ones
what
are
I thought
dope.
it was,
No,
but it
I'm
was
saying,
the
are
new
you
ones.
watching any old Halloween movies?
I watched Hocus Pocus.
Yeah,
That's
Leah's
a
had that
classic,
shit on
son.
like crazy
That's
too.
a classic.
No, I just think it's always
No,
crazy funny
honestly-
to watch old stuff.
Honestly, the only old stuff I'll watch are either Child's Play or Halloween. Everything else scares the hell out of me, so I don't touch it anymore.
I watched The Evil Dead last night.
I'm
Y'all ever see
32.
that?
I don't need to be sleeping with my nightlight on because I watched a scary movie,
That
so I
movie
just
was
avoid
wild,
them.
man.
The original one, McCoy?
Nah, it was the remake that came out with that Bella Thorne chick. Oh no, that was Amityville. Actually, this was a remake that came out like 2013.
You
The
gotta
what
watch
were you
the
talking
old
about,
original's
shit.
McCoy?
off the wall.
I
The
watched
old
the
shit's off the
Amityville
wall.
horror and then the Evil Dead.
Oh, no.
I watched The Shining yesterday.
Oh, that movie's dope.
Yeah.
I was flipping through the channels.
I laughed more
I was
than
flipping through the
anything, dude.
channels and saw where the kid is running through the maze in the snow, and Jack Nicholas is just screaming after him.
Looking
Change
like
the channel
a
to the
fool,
next one.
dude.
Yeah.
But yo,
Hold on.
I ask you if you watch old movies like that because they were just smoking cigarettes and that shit. Like it was so cool.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
just like watching like old things and like seeing stuff like that. It was funny.
Yeah, it's so much different now.
Every scene, someone
Yeah.
was just
Yeah,
puffing on a
just
boat,
puffing
dude.
away. Giving them to the kids, like, here you go. Smoke these kids.
Smoking with the kids in the room and shit.
Yeah, this is fine. Have a shot of Jack.
In the airplanes. That's what be bugging me out, dude.
Yes, that's funny as hell. I
Yo.
do like watching older movies like that, though, because of that kind of stuff, Kev.
Yo, the whole airplane be just filled
Yeah,
with smoke and fire.
Smoking in an airplane is probably the rudest thing.
And you got fire up there, dude. You're just about to set the plane on fire.
About to blow the whole plane up.
It's a pressurized cabin. Like,
It makes no sense.
Matches.
It took that long for you to decide not to let people smoke in airplanes.
Right? This is a great.
Hindenburg had to happen for them to realize it was a bad idea.
Yeah, never would have thought. This open flame.
Rich,
Oh, you don't
what
smoke?
were you trying
Oh,
to get in before?
You do
I don't
now.
remember.
Don't remember? Okay.
I lost my train of thought.
So these other three guys haven't seen it yet, but I watched the second season of Stranger Things. We won't talk about it because they
The
don't
whole
know what we're
season.
talking about yet.
The whole
But watch
season.
it. It is good. I did. Yeah. I watched 3 episodes one day, 3 the next day, 3 the next day, and
I can't hate, man. I watched The Defenders in one day, so I can't hate it
Yo,
all.
it's-
How many episodes is it?
I don't remember because it was one of those deals where like I had a couple hours, so I'd put it on and it would just go
Yeah.
from episode to episode.
I know what you mean.
I
But it was
didn't
good,
count
though?
them. What do you? It was. I went in and I was a little skeptical about it because
Yeah, I
we
remember we
talked
talked-
about it.
yeah.
How are you gonna continue that story and not be kind of cheesy? And there were a couple of things that I kind of was like, all right, that's stupid. But overall, I liked it. I liked the way they did the story. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Well, I
give it a
look forward
watch.
to
It's worth
catching
it,
up
and
to
we'll
you.
we'll talk about it in the next week or two once these guys
Yeah.
catch up.
Real skeptical.
So I was busy watching the World Series last night. I'm sure some other people were not. Zach
wasn't.
Miller tore his knee to pieces. Same thing as Teddy Bridgewater. Did any of you guys see that?
Nah, I'm
This
glad
was
I
in a
didn't.
Sunday night
Yeah,
game.
I'm not trying to see.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I didn't see it, and I'm glad that I didn't. Like Teddy Bridgewater hurt his in practice, and just hearing about it, I don't want to see a video of it. This guy did it on national
On a
television.
touchdown that got taken away.
You gotta give
I don't
him
even
that.
know what happened.
Gotta give it
I
to
literally-
him, son. He
I
jumped up for
literally
the ball.
didn't see anything.
I saw the picture of him in the air catching the touchdown, and I guess he just came down weird.
So
But,
it
like,
takes.
Yeah, like they took the touchdown away, and I read something saying like there's no way this should have got reversed, but y'all know how the NFL catch rules are. So like, yeah, this dude might really lose his leg. Like
No, they said his
so
surgery
they
was
came
a
out-
success, right?
his surgery.
Yeah, they
went
came
well?
out today and
Yeah.
they updated it and said that it was a success. But he had a long road ahead.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows if he's going to be able to get back to the point of playing, let alone
Why would
walking
you
and
want
stuff.
to?
Like it's a
No,
step by
I
step
would
deal.
never play again.
I mean,
Why would
Teddy,
you want to?
Teddy Bridgewater is practicing with the Vikings. He went through that.
That I was gonna bring that up on our last show too. Like I'm out. Like
You
Almost
tore
lost my leg.
an artery in your knee, and you almost lost it. And you're just going to go back out there.
I wish one of y'all saw it because I do want to know if it would look gross, like worse than that Gordon Hayward foot.
No,
like-
Gordon Hayward's foot was kind of what my knee looked like when I did it.
Yeah.
it all.
That
Yeah.
was so gross. Like his foot was like the opposite way.
It's always funny to me that you were there and actually saw it, Kyle. But
Ooh.
yeah, it was just like my knee was just facing the opposite way, like that. Like
That's
that wasn't
terrible.
like.
It's
like
just not how it was supposed to be.
Yeah, it's just
Like,
not how
what?
it's supposed to be. But from what I heard of this shit was like hide to women and children.
Yeah.
Oh.
Losing a leg, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Man,
have no want
there
to
have been
see
some
that.
real gruesome injuries in the last 5-6 years, maybe in sports. Think
That's
about the
because-
college basketball kid Ware that broke his
I was
leg
just
in
gonna
half.
say that.
Oh
Louisville.
yeah,
and
the
then-
bone sticking out.
I mean, that's gonna
Yeah.
happen though with
Paul
everybody
George
getting
did it
bigger.
to
Yeah,
and
his
but the
stronger.
way he did that,
Paul
man, he
George
was
did the
just
same
like,
thing.
The way that
Crazy. Yeah, I think McCoy. I think you're right. It's because people are getting bigger, stronger, faster, all that kind of stuff. That you're pushing the body to extreme
Yeah,
limits.
like,
But
you're hitting
I
the ground
don't-
so much harder.
I don't want to see it. Like I don't want to see a day where that's a regular occurrence that dudes are just possibly losing a leg because of an injury that happens on a weekly basis.
Man, a sporting event.
I'm out on
that,
sports at that point because I don't want to see that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to see it at all.
That what was his name? Where that one was crazy because that was like non-contact.
He just took a jump shot and landed, right?
He
Yeah,
I
but
think
like
he was-
moving like
or
almost like so fast,
was
like
he
the
on
grip
the-
on those
He
shoes.
was, he was
remember?
coming down. It was just the way he landed, though. Yeah, it was because it was on an elevated court and stuff.
Yep.
And
And
it was right in front of the Duke bench.
It
Tab,
looked
you
like
think
he
that's
had
the
the
worst
most.
sports injury?
grip ever on those shoes, and he just like
Yeah, it's,
mean,
you know that his body
You can't-
kept going, but
you
his
can't
sneakers
say that,
stopped.
McCoy.
Ugh.
so
Maybe
what do
the
you
way-
think's what do you think's the
I mean,
worst
there's
sports
people-
injury then?
I don't know. His
There's
bone
people
was
that
sticking
died.
out of his fucking leg.
There's people that have died from sports injuries. That's
Well,
worse.
That's.
I
like,
mean, if
yeah.
you want to go that extreme, then sure.
I mean, it's
Like-
it's what it is. People
Or
get
gross
injured, they
look-
get
gross
paralyzed
gruesome
sometimes
looking.
too.
Yeah, but I mean like gruesome, like what the worst
Oh,
looking sports
Stomach
injury.
turning.
Yeah, like
Ooh.
the one that made you look away the most. Like, oh, I never want to see that again.
That shit is up there. Like his bone was sticking out of his shit. Like,
Yeah, that one's definitely up
Yeah,
there.
all of
Paul
them. Like,
George's
everything
was
you
really
guys
bad,
just. Yeah, I
too.
was gonna say
I
Paul
think
George.
you know it was a really nasty one.
Anderson Silva.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
You and I were together at Ox
Uh-huh.
watching that.
And we were like,
I
oh,
knew
let's
it-
go home.
I knew it instantly. This
His
dude
was-
wouldn't put his leg down, and Ock was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "It's broke." And
He
then
had the
started
same
Jello.
injury as Paul George, actually, but his was from kicking another man's shin, and his leg just snapped.
Yeah,
I
I saw
mean, he
the
immediately
video
was
of
on
that
the
shit.
ground yelling in
folded
pain.
around it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't understand fighting
That was-
sports. I don't get them.
Yeah.
well, I mean, the
money,
the
yeah.
individuals that do
55
that
million.
are not correct in the
Yeah,
mind.
they're
Well, I
not.
think that's the thing for me, Kyle, because like when we used to go to raps and watch them all the time, I used to think like, you're just gonna go fight this person, like you don't dislike him or anything, like you just
You're hugging his stuff beforehand.
right.
Yeah, but look how much money you're
55
getting.
million,
Like
right,
Mayweather,
McCoy?
yeah, Mayweather's out there for $200 million.
No, like I get the money.
Yo.
I get that's the only
Right.
only way I can see it's worth it. But like then when you're
And-
like when Rap showed me
Once,
that dude in the
one
chokehold
time.
that almost died, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's gotta be crazy.
All right,
These
so 2
dudes don't be
points.
tapping
One,
out.
in order to get to that money, you have to take the fights for no money.
Yeah,
You're just out there fighting for the love of
I
fighting.
just love to
like,
do
"Oh,
this."
let's get it.
black guys are my shit.
Two, I don't care how much you pay me. Do you know who the dude's name was that had his skull that was crushed in from a knee? Like, I'm
Yeah,
done.
that
You're
was
not,
Cyborg
I'm not-
Santos. Michael
I'm
Venom
not
Page
doing
did
that.
that.
You
just-
can't
you-
pay me enough to get my head crushed in. Like, no.
He put on the
Yeah, you could take
Pokemon
a
hat
shot
and rolled the
off his
Pokeball at
forehead.
him after. Yeah,
Put
that
some
was
Svedka
terrible.
right in his forehead and take a shot.
He probably was.
Yeah.
They probably had that man on so many hospital drugs, son. He didn't
He
know what was-
needed
I
to
would've
be,
asked for
dude.
him.
He's fucking got a hole in his head.
He was
He
like,
needed to be asleep is what he needed to be.
he was looking like Isaiah Thomas on the bench.
Well, yo, he was so high on the bench.
He was so high. Like, I wish I could read lips and see what he was saying
Yo.
to whoever was talking to him.
It was
Because, you know,
JR.
like you said, it was... And JR was probably looking at him like, yo, this dude is so high, I'm going to fuck with him right now.
Yo.
And start asking him weird questions.
Just the way he did that, like looking forward and like, huh?
Yeah, you could tell.
Like, yeah, I
He
know
didn't
that
what
look.
was going on.
And at one
Uh-huh.
point, he kind of looked out. He kind of looked out like he was looking at something that wasn't there. Like, nah, I'm good,
Yo.
man.
They need
If
to
I'm-
keep him.
If
He
I'm
didn't
high
play
on the
until like
bench,
January, right?
yeah, something like
He
that.
needed to stay in the owner's suite or something, like stay in the press box. Like,
I know who I'm not sitting by. I'm not sitting by Jr. No matter where I am, if J.R. Smith sits by me, I'm getting up and moving away.
JR.
Yeah, all right, so did any of you guys watch this World Series game?
I saw
No.
Last
pieces
night.
of
I
it.
haven't watched 1 second of it.
I had it on and off. I mean, my whole fucking neighborhood was reacting to everything. I didn't even need to watch it.
Everywhere was. Rich, did you see any of it?
I watched games 2, 3, and 4, but none last night.
Oh, all right. So, what was it? Game 2 was the really, really good game. Last night beat it. Last night was one of the best baseball games I have ever seen in my entire life, and I have loved baseball since I was a little child. The game started off, and
Little child.
it was ace versus ace. Let me set a little picture for you guys. Each team has their ace going. Huge game, 2-2 in Houston, going back to L.A. Dodgers jump on Keuchel right away. 3 runs in the top of the first inning. Tack on another one. It's 4-0 in the fifth. At this point, it's baseball. You kind of know what's going to happen. They're going to go ahead. They're going to win this game, and that'll be that. But Houston wasn't having any of it. They scored 4 in the fifth. They tie it up. Then it's 7-4 for the Dodgers. Astros fight back, 7-7. They go back and forth with this, and it's home runs. It's not like here's a single, here's a double, somebody got walked.
3-run
It's
homers,
3-run
yeah.
bombs. Yeah, it's friggin' home run after home run. Tie it up again in the 9th inning, and it's off of the Dodgers bullpen, which has been insanely good. Kenley Jansen, where, Kev, I'm about to say something that may blow your mind, has been one of historically one of the best relievers in history in postseason baseball. You can see what pressure does. His first World Series this year, and this is the second time he has gotten whooped on.
Or maybe it's
What
just
Mariano-
what a good team does.
Hold on a second. What
Like-
Mariano Rivera did for a career in the postseason is that much better because he only lost once. Like, this dude is that good, but when you put that much pressure
He lost once,
against that
man.
good of a team
His career, dude.
in the World Series,
Get the fuck out of
he
here.
only lost once in the World Series at Diamondbacks.
In the
Yeah.
World Series
Yeah.
career, which is like a career
Yeah.
to Kenley Jansen. Bitch ass.
So he's in, and the Dodgers
Take that
probably feel
away.
good about it, but then they walk off in the 10th inning. It was insane. It was 5 hours long, which I know you guys are instantly going to be like, that's
What was
ridiculous.
the final?
13-12.
Well, I feel like
score,
if every
dude.
baseball game was like this one, then I'd probably maybe want to watch them.
Yeah,
Yo, it was
maybe.
nonstop. It was so awesome. And this whole World Series has been.
Yeah, it has. It has.
Bringing the excitement back to baseball.
I mean, listen, the ratings, they beat the hell out of the NFL for Sunday Night Football last night. I don't know exactly like how the numbers work, but somebody that was putting out the ratings said they beat them by 6 points, whatever that means.
Who's like the biggest star in this World Series?
Altuve. He's become the biggest star because of what he's done this offseason. The story of him, the little guy from a third world
just like
country
the
that's
scrappy
Right, but
guy.
does anybody
poverty.
care about him? Like, who's the biggest?
mean,
like, who's
he's
the
the
most
big-
recognizable name in this series?
Clayton Kershaw.
Kershaw.
Man.
Kershaw. Okay.
Kershaw,
Well, you know it's
yeah.
got to be a white guy.
It's
like-
the first time the Dodgers have been in the series.
Well, it's
since
because he's the only
88.
veteran. There's so many young guys in this series from both sides. It's crazy.
LA is pulling those ratings, man.
Doesn't
Pull-
Kershaw always
the West
suck in the
Coast.
playoffs though?
Until this year.
So that's why they might win. Then.
But they got
Yeah.
they got a lot of young nasty dudes too, though. Like everybody
Yeah,
talks
so-
about the Astros and whatnot, but the Dodger and the Yankees with
Corey
their young
Seager.
Seager,
Corey Seager was the
Bellinger.
NL MVP last year. Cody Bellinger is probably going to be the NL MVP, NL Rookie of the Year this year, both on the Dodgers. Yasiel Puig, Rich's boy,
How's he
is,
doing?
is still pretty young. He's been doing pretty good this postseason, especially in the World Series.
He hit a home run in that second game to bring him within one in
So
the
you-
10th.
that's
He had a
gonna
home run. He had a home run in Game 4 for them as well. That helped to win. He drove in another run. He was pissed at himself because he didn't drive in two, but he hit a ball opposite field and fielder's choice to get a run in.
So you see these ratings with Houston and LA. Imagine if it was New York and LA.
It would be off the charts. But
would have-
at the
That would
same
have been the
time,
best thing that could have happened for baseball.
but at the same time, you don't know if you would have had the games that you're having.
Nope, because
Like,
New
the way
York's
these
pitching
games have
wouldn't
gone,
have
I
been
think
giving
has
up all
built
these
it.
bullshit home runs.
Oh,
Shut him down.
especially not in that tiny little wind-driven ballpark of Yankee Stadium, right?
Nope, we strike people out.
No, nobody's hitting home runs there.
Can't hit a
Just the,
home run if you
just
can't
the
touch
Yanks.
it. Just the Yanks.
Did you see that stat, Rob? That Bobby Bonilla is going to make more money this year than both Rookie of the Years?
Get it,
Oh, I'm
Bobby.
not surprised. I
No,
see.
how?
I see that because
What
they're
are
on
these
rookie
dudes getting
contracts,
paid?
huh?
What are these dudes getting paid? Like,
Less than
They're on
Bobby
rookie
Bonilla
Bonilla.
make
contracts. They're
1.5?
they're only making like $300,000
Yeah.
a year.
Oh wow, well that's a crime right there.
It's the way baseball works because there's so many kids that are in the minor leagues. You sign
Yeah,
them, and like
that's
the
true.
higher talent ones, you sign to a big signing contract, a signing bonus.
They
But
don't.
they only make like a couple million for the duration of the
Man.
contract.
And then you sign old people to 50-year contracts, like the Mets. How's Bobby Bonilla still
when did he
making
sign this
1.5?
contract? And when does it end?
It's still got like 25 years, dude.
it doesn't have that long. It's got like 20 years though. But yeah.
Oh, that was off.
Oh, come on, man.
What? 5 years is a long time.
25 years, but it's got 20.
Listen, 5 years is a long time of me not having to hear everybody every single year about Bobby Bonilla
You're
makes
gonna
more
hear
money
about
than
this
this
for the
rookie or
rest
that
of your
rookie.
life, son.
We can't, whether he's getting
I
paid
hope
or
I'm a
not.
lot
Yeah.
longer than
He's
this
got
this
receipts.
contract, man.
I'm
Why
still,
you gotta
we still
put
gonna
that
talk
on me?
about
I'm only
it.
gonna live for 20 years, McCoy. That's some
I didn't say
bullshit,
that.
son. You said my entire life.
Yeah,
But
as in
because when
even
he's
when
not
it's
getting
up.
paid, we still getting on you for it.
Nope, not allowed to anymore.
Yeah, good luck.
I know why the ratings of baseball
Talk
are
to me in
up.
20 years, son.
I know why the ratings in baseball are up.
Why?
Because they let racism wave its flag, and that's
Yeah.
what America loves.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
You get suspended for 5 games next year.
Next
The only-
year, not now.
Yo,
the
that
only,
wasn't even
the only
the
way
worst
it's
thing
okay
about it.
for a Spanish guy to do anything is if he's making fun of an Asian.
Yeah, right. If he was getting on white people, he would have been out
Exactly.
immediately.
Yep.
Like, you're not playing anymore.
Yep.
The worst part about all that was the following game when he gets up to bat and he gets a standing ovation. Like, that's for somebody that did something good. What did he do that we're giving him an ovation for? Hooray, you were racist and you got away with it. Woo!
It's Houston.
Texas loves that, yeah.
Everyone said, "Hooray! You were doing what we were doing at home watching them." Like,
Yeah,
Right?
like,
This guy does what we think.
right? Yeah. Look at that. Hey, I'm just like that guy. I can hit a
Now,
98
now
mile an hour
everyone's
fastball too.
Hispanic.
Jesus Christ.
It's crazy. Yeah, that's the most ridiculous thing ever. Like, why
5
suspend
games
him at
next
all?
year.
Why even bother? Like, you already let him get away with it, so
Do you know how
You
much
could play
money?
the other
I tweeted this out. Like,
157.
you put the precedent of when you do that, there is nothing that you can say that somebody can be suspended for now.
yeah, just be
Tell you
racist
what,
in the
though.
World Series.
If he would have tested positive for HGH, there would have been an outrage.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
Sully in the game.
Right.
Asterisk. Put a
Can't
star
do that.
by his
He's
name.
immediately
Yeah,
suspended.
in that instance, it's okay to punish the team for that man's actions, but,
That's right.
but not in this instance though.
Yeah.
Not when it's
Race-
not when it's just not when it's just racism. That's all.
His hits shouldn't count.
Nope. Yeah.
Erase him from the books.
Is that guy any
Ast-
good?
Asterisk next to him. Yeah.
He's a 33-year-old rookie, man. Like,
So no.
he
is
just
the
came
answer,
from Cuba.
Kyle.
No, he was nice in Cuba.
He came from I think it was he either Cuba or the Dominican Republic.
It's
one of the
Cuba,
two.
son. I've
Yeah.
watched his ass beat the Yankees. Trust me, I know where he came from.
Is he
So
making
yeah,
fun of
he's-
your pitchers too?
they didn't catch him if he was.
No. So, just hating on the Asians.
He probably
Oh,
did get on Tanaka. We didn't even see it.
Yeah, right.
That's what I said.
Caught
They
that
didn't
one.
catch him if he did.
I always knew racism was an unwritten rule of baseball.
That's right. Yeah, it's been an unwritten rule.
That's what happens.
saw how they
You're
treated Jackie when he
33-year-old
came in.
rookies out here. Wonder if Chris Winkie was racist too out there. Old ass rookies causing problems.
So
Yep.
tomorrow they head back to L.A. If you guys haven't seen them, watch the World Series. The next 2 games should be absolutely fantastic. Would be more surprised if it didn't go 7 than if it did. If it did go 7 than if it didn't. So 2 more nights of baseball, hopefully.
Go
I'm
okay.
not gonna watch, and I'm gonna look forward to your
If you're
breakdown
the
of the games
Dodgers,
next week.
do you throw Kershaw to force Game 7 or try to win
You
Game
can't.
6?
You can't. You pitched him yesterday.
Oh, I didn't know who pitched yesterday.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
so
was, he
game
started.
7,
He started
Kershaw.
yesterday, but they've got Yu Darvish, who we were just talking about. That got made fun of. He's going to be able to go tomorrow on full rest.
Oh, he has to go out
And
there and
then-
dominate.
Yeah.
Yes, he absolutely
It's
does.
like this to the guy
then-
when he gets
Right.
it.
And then if
Chuck
they
E.
win that,
Cheese.
if they win that, Rich, then it's all hands on deck for Game 7, and I can guarantee you that Kershaw is available for at least 2 innings.
Who's the Astros ace?
That guy with the
Verlander.
beard, right?
Keuchel, he went yesterday. He gave up 3 runs in the first inning.
They've
So they
lit
going
him
back
up.
to him then if they go to Game 7?
They go now.
They
It's,
gotta go
both games are
Verlander,
in LA
right?
now.
It's
Yeah, but would they,
2-3-2.
Verlander-
would they pitch that guy
Verlander's
again?
going to pitch. Verlander's going to pitch in Game 6, and like I said, it's both for both teams. If it's Game 7 of the World Series, every pitcher you have on your roster is available.
Right. Yeah.
No more
It's
games
the last
left,
game.
man.
There's no we need to rest you or wait for
Maybe.
tomorrow.
I don't know. If I'm Kershaw, it depends on how my arms feels.
Might be under the weather, right?
I mean,
Sniffles.
if I can make... Where's he at in his contract?
I think
Yeah,
he's a
that's
free.
true.
He could be a free agent after next year.
Might have to let the bullpen take that one.
I mean,
I'm here to tell you right now,
if he
if I
balls
were
out
on
in
one
that
of these
game, though,
teams,
his contract goes way up.
if I'm on one of these teams and an ace of any sort, Steven Strasburg, Clayton Kershaw, whoever it is,
I
comes
know.
out and says,
I
I
know
can't
where you
play, I'm
stand.
breaking your arm. Fuck you.
Because that's reasonable.
Go ahead and
Breaking
get your
his
money
arm,
with your
son.
broken ass arm.
Yeah.
With a hard piece of cornbread, just gonna chuck
Oh.
it.
If that's what I need, that's what I'll use.
Chucking fastballs at him.
Chucking
Distract him with the
skis.
cornbread, hit him with the rolling pin. Bang! Broken arm. Gotcha.
Rooting for the Astros, I see, Kyle.
Oh, go to hell, Richard.
Right next to Altuve, you little fuck.
He hit another
Altuve.
home run last night.
I can't wait to find out that guy's been taking every steroid.
He has to be. He is listed at 5'6",
So
and
you know
he's
he's
getting
5'5".
around on fastballs that nobody else in the league can. It's ridiculous.
Why does it matter how tall you are, though?
Because he's not as powerful as
Well,
other
at some
people.
point, you have to be an adult, McCoy, to hit a home
Oh
run.
yeah, I mean, I guess when he's hitting home runs, it's different. Like if he was just out there raking, then that's one thing, right?
Yeah,
Is that
no,
what you-
like I'm talking about a 98-mile-an-hour fastball that's chest high that he's getting around on and putting out of the park, and everybody else is
Major
can't
league
catch up
parks,
to it.
dude. He can't even get on some amusement park rides, and he's out here.
I saw him hit one over the bullpen in Houston to the opposite field, and I was like, all right.
Ah, so he's
A
just hitting
bomb,
bombs.
an absolute bomb. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
they're not
the
fence
mini Aaron
scrapers.
Judge out here.
Except he doesn't strike out as much.
No, he hits everything, dude.
Too many
Yeah,
steroids,
like
he ain't
the
missing.
dude is ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Now, actually, there's a little bit of a controversy. I don't want to say a lot because there's always some people that will have a problem with everything that's going on. And right now, because there's so many home runs, they're saying it's because there's a slick ball that's being used. The ball is juiced, and there's home runs hitting because of it.
Who are
ball
these
is
people
so
who want to
juicing that?
watch 1-0 games?
The most home runs ever in a season. were
Well,
hit
that's
this
what it
year.
is, Rich. Is people will on one side when there's 1-0 games with no home runs hit say, well, the ball is too loose and the bats are dead. It's the dead ball era. That's what we went through right after the steroid era. Well, now there's home runs and it's the live ball era. Balls are juiced. We got to get rid of it. It's
Fuck
not
that.
right.
I like it. Keep it.
Everything's juiced in baseball, man. The ball, the
Here's
bats,
the
the
thing,
players.
But here's the thing, though. The ball and the parameters for what it is, the measurements and the weight and all that, they haven't changed. So what the fuck are people talking about?
You saw that this was the most home runs ever, right?
Yeah, but it's also the most strikeouts ever.
Well,
Like,
yeah, we
it's just
talked
a
about
philosophy. Yeah, it's a philosophy change.
But
It's not the ball.
It's not like '98 where there was like 5 to 10 people that hit like 50 plus. All
No,
the
yeah,
people
it's
that
not
all
like
the
that at
people
all.
that went from like 10 to 20 like tripled. So like all like your
Yeah.
mediocre.
There's no
dudes.
Brady Andersons that are out there.
No, you just got a
Yeah.
bunch of people hitting like 20 plus home runs now, 15 plus.
Yeah.
A shit ton
Why?
of people.
Why do people want to keep baseball boring?
Right? Like all these games are
For
crazy
some-
exciting, and
Like in
everybody's
every
complaining.
other
For some
sport,
reason,
They do
You
things
want to
that
see some
increase.
in every other sport. You want to see someone score. In
More
baseball,
threes,
it's like,
more,
oh, this
more
is too
passing in
much.
football, all that, Rich.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep it
Fast
going.
pace.
all right, so
You got me hooked again, at least when the Yankees
there's
are playing.
there's two parts to this for my answer, Rich. One, for some reason, baseball, and this just goes for every part of baseball, doesn't want change. There are people that are just stuck in this is the way it's been. There's no reason to change it. But baseball
white
is the
guys.
oldest sport.
Yeah, I was just gonna
yes,
say,
for
that
the most
sounds
part.
real
But
cracker.
baseball is the oldest sport. Things need to evolve and change with technology and the times. The other part of it, I think, is if you have a 1-0 game, like that can be really, really exciting. A no hitter is so friggin' cool.
It can be, but 162
So-
of them aren't.
Well, I mean, I don't know. As a fan,
I
like
do.
when the Mets were, hold on, 2 years ago, the Mets made it to the World Series because of their pitching. They didn't score a ton of runs, but they mowed people down. Their pitchers owned the other lineup, and as a fan, that was awesome to watch. Every single day, your pitcher went out there and shut the other team down. Every single day.
Okay, but that's two different things, though. Baseball is two different things. Like, you can have your pitcher mow down and enjoy that, but I bet you it was frustrating as hell to watch your team not score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
baseball
intense
When
is
it's
hell,
one nothing,
man.
like that ain't that fun.
like
Just makes
baseball
that
is an
game, like,
individual
so-
sport dressed up
so
as a team
stressful.
sport.
It is. Baseball, I think, relies more on an individual than anything else.
Well, yeah, because it's the pitcher and the batter. And then when they hit the ball,
And-
it's
and
wherever
and
they hit
mainly-
it to.
And it's mainly the pitcher. I mean, you have one pitcher going against the other. Who's going to have a better day?
I don't know.
Hopefully the
seeing
batter.
everyone score.
I don't. The batter fails 70% of the time, so 75% of the time nowadays.
Yeah.
But like, it
Not
doesn't even
much.
have to be home runs. Like, I'm here for like super athletic stuff happening too. Like when Puig trots like he hit a home run and ends up on third. Like I'll watch that. Like, it doesn't have to be home runs. Like, just hit the ball and put it in play and make something happen.
Hey, something fun happening.
So, like,
Yeah, I mean, even
that's
though it
part
was
of the
my
reason
team,
that I don't like the most home runs ever hit. I don't really like the new philosophy of it's either a home run or a strikeout because there's no building towards a run. There's no double in the gap.
Small
Can he
ball is
stretch it to a
gone,
triple?
bro.
I'm not saying a small ball. I'm not saying get a single, bunt him over, hope for a walk, hit a sacrifice fly. I'm talking about what Rich is saying, driving the ball. A line drive into the gap. It's a double. Can he stretch it into a triple? Is he that athletic? Is he that fast that he can do it?
Oh, I'm down. I liked seeing. I mean, I was gonna like my team lost and it was on the opposite end, but all those plays at home, like watching people get hosed, like I
Yeah,
want
like,
to
that
see the
shit is awesome.
outfielders like throw fucking missiles all over the place.
Like, didn't you say
Yeah, I-
Puig threw a missile?
Yo, he's got a cannon.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh, I thought you were asking.
Oh no, but didn't he do something in the World Series? Like, he threw it to third and looked at the guy like, you better not run.
Yes. Yes, he had a ball hit in front of him, casually got to it, and the guy acted like he was going to tag, and he threw in a freaking seed and just
On a
stood
line.
there staring at him for a minute. Took a hat off, blue mohawk and all, just looking at him.
Hanging
Try it, go
laundry
ahead.
on that line.
He was funny as hell. Game 4, there was a ball down the line that he dove for, and it was just off his glove. Couldn't catch it. He full extension, was full speed to go for
Oh,
it.
he
It was
picked
the
up his
best
glove
effort.
and threw it on the ground, right?
Stood up,
Yeah.
pissed,
Yeah.
threw his glove down and shit. Like, I love that kind of emotion from him. It's hysterical. There was
You know what I
nothing else he could have done about it, but he was pissed that he didn't come up with it.
I have noticed that these teams do have a lot more emotion than I'm used to seeing in baseball. Like,
Oh,
whenever the
some of
Astros hit a
young
home
guys,
run,
man.
yeah,
Yep,
whenever they
yep.
hit a home run, they like meet them at the on deck circle and they're like chanting.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy who is it, that Seager guy who hit the 3-run home run to win Game 4? He
Yep.
pointed to someone in the crowd as he came around second. He like jumped high five to third base coach, and then he was
He was the
screaming,
NL
"You like
Rookie of the Year
that?
last year.
You like that? Like, I'm here
Yeah,
for that."
yep.
Too much flair out there.
Oh yeah, someone's got to get hit.
Yeah, someone's got to catch a beat ball to the dirt.
Everyone has
And
to be an
but
adult and
that's
throw a
what was
ball at
cool
someone now.
about the
Let's reel it back in here.
The Dodgers pitcher
thing
said
about-
if you hit
much
one
fun.
off me, you hit one off me, you do what you want. If you get one off me, like that's cool. You gotta have
Yeah.
like don't have this mindset. You hit a home run off me. I'm gonna come throw this at your head now. Like get the hell out of here, dude.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
risk your life.
But yeah, Rich,
Yeah, seriously.
the young kids coming up, man, adding that fire, dude. That's what was missing. Like you need some of that. Like you can't have
Yeah.
these dry
Yeah, and-
games going for 4 hours. Like get out of here, man.
And the big thing with the Astros and the enthusiasm that you're talking about, you see when they hit home runs, is because these kids all came up through the minor leagues together. So it's not like they're just all starting to play together. They've been together the last 4 or 5 years, developing and getting to where they are now. So, imagine that, doing it with your friends and shit. Go out there and have some goddamn fun.
Yeah, I got this picture of the Sports Illustrated from 2014, and it has those young guys on it, and it says
Yep.
2017 Astros World Series champions.
I remember that, yeah.
So let's see if they predict the future. Fucking Simpsons over here.
Simpsons predicts everything. Son. If that was in there, they're winning. It's a lot, son. Count it.
Nah, it wasn't. It was Sports Illustrated, but
Oh, okay.
they're trying to be the Simpsons, man.
Oh, I was going to say, man, if I was on The Simpsons,
Yeah,
we
it's
should have placed bets before the series then. Easy money.
Just gotta
We
start
find
watching
next
the
thing
old
to
ones
predict.
at night, man, all the time, just to see if there's something in there we can
I always watch The Simpsons. I'm about to start looking for clues.
forecast and shit, man.
Yeah.
Looking for clues.
Like, oh, they tipping me off. on
Simpsons
this
are the
one.
new Nostradamus.
That's right. Simpsons been around longer than us, man. They know what's up.
Have they been around longer than us?
Yeah, it debuted on like the Tracy Ullman show or something on in like '83 or '84,
Damn.
and then the first episode, yeah, it was like I think a couple months before, like the first solo episode. I think it was a few months before we were like I was born. So
Damn, wow. I didn't realize that they were that old.
yeah,
Good for them. Keep it going.
yep, yep. Yeah,
Hey, McCoy,
what up?
the Bills are
Yeah.
about to make the playoffs.
We're about to beat y'all on Thursday.
Oh, I hope you do, man. The Niners just traded for Jimmy Garoppolo. That's
Yes,
one less
they did.
team I got to worry about. Beat me, son. You're making the playoffs this year.
Man, listen. The Bills
You're
are
not-
going 8-8, son. They ain't making nothing.
5-2 right now, and then you're saying
They
8-8.
Listen, we done talked about this so many times, man. They
man.
start hot every season.
McDermott, your Irish brothers, got them running smooth. That's what
You
it
gotta
took.
go with the Mick.
See,
Trading Darius out of there, getting some more
stars are
draft
aligning.
picks. Yep.
From
Buff's
one
looking
Mick to
strong
the
out
other.
there.
See,
My one uncle's a Bills fan, and he keeps texting me after every time they win, all fired up.
oh, you
And
get a
I'm
lot
like-
of texts.
I'm trying so hard to not say anything back, but because I'm like, yeah, whatever, because I expect him to blow it. But every week he keeps sending them, and he always gets a little bit more out of me. I'm like, this is the worst.
Don't fight the urge, son.
Yo, I was
the
gonna say,
wagons.
yeah,
You should've
McCoy
jumped
can
on
be
that
dragged
wagon.
back in.
He is. He sent a lot more than that back as a text message to his uncle.
Nah, I just be laughing all right, yep. Then I knew we were playing the Jets, so I was like, as long as we beat the Jets, I'm fine. We win those 2 games, and that's all you got to win.
You're gonna break
Kinda
that
hope-
playoff
I kind of
drought.
hope. I hope the Bills do. I want to see you get pumped just for them to get the.
Well, now they're
their
going to
asses
lose.
whooped.
Now the Jets
gonna
are
get
going
in
to
the
win in some
playoffs.
ridiculous manner. No, they're not. No, they're not.
No,
I'm not
the Jets
believing
have
that till it
blown
happens, son.
have blown 4 straight games or something like that. Y'all are winning.
If the Bills make the playoffs, we have to watch it on this together.
Yes, we do.
I'm fine with that.
Someone
I'm fine with
predicted
that.
Bills
Absolutely.
That's like
Eagles
a
Super
solar
Bowl.
eclipse, son. You haven't seen that in years.
Right? Bring your going glasses. Everyone get a 12-pack. We'll just sit here and watch the Bills get their ass kicked in the wild card round.
Yeah, for real.
Nah, someone predicted
I'm
the
game with
Eagles
that.
and Bills in the Super Bowl on ESPN.
Well, it's
going down. Oh, your
Is
boys.
this 1991 again?
Was it Berman? You're just going to pick the 49ers this year. Is he still on ESPN?
Not every once
Wow,
in
he retired last year, right?
Oh, did he?
yeah, and then he was gonna do
Yeah.
spot ons, and then his
Yeah.
what?
Y'all remember? Y'all remember that video? of him
Yeah, we
being
got
on that
pissed.
dude?
Mother-
Oh, when he flipped out after in a commercial.
Yeah. He went all the way in on that dude, man.
You're like,
Yo.
Jesus fucking Christ.
For
he
10
was
minutes,
pissed. That guy
son.
walked in front of the camera or something.
Have you ever worked on TV before? I love when people are that mad for such small stuff and they just go off on somebody. That
Hell
shit is
yeah.
always funny.
Was it Christian Bale that there was a
Yes.
video of on
Yes.
Batman that did that too?
Now, it was on the Terminator set. Because somebody
Oh,
did
yeah,
the
okay.
same thing. They walked in front of
Yep.
the camera. And same thing. He went in for 10 minutes. He would stop and then
Go
come
back.
back to oh, this guy.
This fucking
I
guy.
can't believe this guy.
You gotta let him know.
I don't think the guy would have got fired from either the show or that movie because I would have been dying.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, there's no
I
way in
couldn't
hell
sit
I'm
there and
standing on
watch
the
that for 10
sideline.
minutes. That'd be humanly impossible for me to just not start laughing at this. He's been yelling at this dude for 10 minutes, and every time I think he's done, he comes back for some more.
I would have paid to see the Chris Berman one live.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because all I ever know from that guy is back, gone. Or some the Raiders, some sports shit. Then he's out here really getting someone's ass.
There's also no job in this world that somebody's gonna speak to me like that, and I'm just gonna stand there and be like, okay,
Not for that long.
like I'm out.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
You're like, what are you doing that you're getting yelled at for that long?
Like,
They're gonna
Like,
get
if I-
pissed because I'm gonna turn around and start walking away like they think they're upsetting me. No, I'm done.
He would
Bye.
have followed you, son. He was so mad, he would have definitely followed you.
I understand if I fucked up and Chris Berman yells at me a little bit, but at the 3-minute mark,
The third time he comes back for some more, I'm
I'll
done.
be like, yo, Chris, you have to shut your fucking mouth. I don't know who you think you are,
Simmer down, fool.
You're being way
Right.
too disrespectful right now.
right?
That dude never worked in TV again after that, I bet. So
Right, and that dude was new to it. Like, he wasn't in some high-paying job. They were giving him $10, $12 an hour. Nuh-uh. You're not
No,
talking to me like that for that kind of money.
He's at the bar telling the same story right now.
Yo, I bet you. I hope he's the guy that always tries to make it seem like he did something, and he tells all his friends like, "Well, they ended the video when I got mine in." It's like, yeah, okay,
You had 10 minutes, bro.
What
Like,
you didn't see.
right?
you have more than enough time to get caught on tape.
Yo, I know the four of us would have got caught on tape because that shit wasn't going on for that long.
Yeah.
Yo, I can't think of many people that Jesus could come down. You better not berate me like that. Like, you
Right?
Right?
Like, goddamn, motherfucker, I get it.
Right? Like, I got it.
And now you
Like-
shut the fuck up. You know what that
Right?
means?
Stop the fuck talking.
That's still one of the best things ever said.
Yeah. And he had nothing to say back either. He was like that dude Chris Berman was yelling at, so he had nothing to say.
Take it.
That's all he could do
Yeah,
at that
nothing
point.
for that.
He just ripped that dude up for 10 minutes for some shit that no one knew he did. Like,
Right?
Right?
it didn't affect anything Chris Berman did. Like, it might. I guess it. Well, I mean, I guess it did.
Some bad thing that happened to Chris at home that morning or something,
Right.
and that just put him over the
He
top, and he
was
decided to take it out on that kid.
Whiskeyed up. You know, he was drinking out of a flask.
Yeah.
Yo, did you see Adam Schefter's tweet this past week?
Nah.
Scotch, Scotch. I love Scotch. Scotchity Scotch. Down the throat, into my belly it goes. I love Scotch.
I bet that dude does. Like,
Yo,
he's always on, like, probably up
Tell me
mad
what.
late. Like,
I
he's
saw
always
him.
all over the place
I
catching
saw
tweets.
him and Trey Wingo and Chris Carter all at a bar in Santa Monica, and they looked like they were getting ready to get it in.
Yeah, you
Yo.
should have just went and sat down, son.
With the way this dude Schefter worked, you wouldn't be like shocked if he had a cocaine problem, right?
No, not at all.
Absolutely not.
That would be the least shocking news ever.
I'd be
That's
surprised if he
tweeting
didn't.
breaking news at like 3 in the morning.
Right.
Yo, I listen, I don't wish this on anybody, but if a video of Adam Schefter doing what the Miami Dolphin coach ever did, I will lose my shit. That
Talking
would be
dirty,
the
too?
funny, yes, like that same type of clip, just Adam Schefter there instead of that dude.
I hope, but in the video, he's got to be recording with the phone and then like texting GMs with the other one while he does
Hold on,
it.
the scoop just came in.
He's got to be live on SportsCenter.
Yo, what if they did that? What if they did a cut to Sports Center and like the guy wasn't ready for it and he was, oh,
John Clayton in there hitting lines.
Yo, you ever see these dudes that?
John Clayton,
ponytail.
Oh
my
my!
God.
Yeah, in his mom's,
Yo,
in his
looking
mom's
like
room.
that. Yo, looking like that commercial that he did for ESPN.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
he was
real
at
way
his
John
mom's
Clayton
house.
is.
Yeah, so,
That's how I be thinking these people. You ever watch the Sports Center late at night with Scott Van Pelt, and he has all these like random sports writers on. Like we were to just hop on. It looks like they got
No,
the
son,
webcam.
he doesn't come on until 11 o'clock our time.
Oh well.
I'm not staying up to watch Scott Van Pelt on ESPN.
Yo, he has these
haven't even watched
like all the
ESPN
dudes you
except for
guys
games.
read their articles on ESPN.com, like all like the writers and stuff. He'll have like some
Yeah.
of these dudes on crazy late, and it looks like they just got like a black curtain up in their bedroom, and they threw on whatever button up they have, and they're just sitting there
probably
talking
what they
fantasy
did.
football or basketball or
Sitting
some
there
shit.
pantless, probably.
no,
It's
just
real
got out of
fucking
bed to
weird.
do this.
It's weird, dude. I don't feel comfortable with it.
That late night sports center.
That's
Kev.
my with Scott Van Pelt's weird ass, looking like a big ass penis sitting there. The best part is they have that wearing the like, where's the real Scott Van Pelt, and people sending all the pictures of people that look
Yeah.
like him.
I've heard of that before.
That
I've
shit's
seen
funny
that.
as hell to me. It's just some, as long as you're bald and got thick black frame glasses,
Yeah, you're
you
Scott
get-
Van Pelt.
you're popping up on SportsCenter. Fucking weird
About to
ass
give you
show.
the baldy and some thick black specs, Kev. You be Scott Van Pelt out here.
Oh, Halloween.
There you go, Scott
Give him
Van
them.
Pelt.
Some type of costume, make me look bald. I'm tweeting the picture with a big ass blunt in my mouth.
Gonna get Scott Van Pelt fired.
He's like 6'7", right?
Yeah, he's mad tall.
Yeah, he's a tall dude.
And he went to Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
Maryland's
Oh,
soft.
he loves Maryland.
Bitch ass Terps.
Man, right?
John Gilchrist
Scared.
was the man.
Scared and
Fear
running.
the turtle.
Yeah. Go ahead and run to the soft Big Ten.
That's right. They were afraid of us in the ACC. Couldn't play with the big boys anymore.
Nope.
John Gilchrist could. He won the ACC tournament.
He had a good run.
That's right. And Gist.
Maryland had some good teams back then.
Yeah.
When they had Gary Williams. Yep.
Yep.
Didn't they win a national championship?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did.
They
Yes,
beat
they did.
Indiana, I think,
Dixon.
right?
Yeah, what was his
Juan
name?
Dixon
Juan
on
Lonnie
Dixon.
Baxter.
Will Cox was on that team.
Yeah.
Steve
Yeah, they had a
Blake.
couple of good teams. Yeah, Steve
Oh,
Blake.
your boy.
That's right. Yo,
That was when
Throwing hands,
their fans somehow found, and this was obviously the
Gilchrist
day
didn't
before.
want it. Didn't want those problems. You ever hear about Steve Blake throwing hands?
yo, Steve Blake
No.
does UFC. Yeah, he has hands.
Seriously?
Yeah, Steve
Yeah, I
Blake
guess,
same
put
I
Steve
guess
hands
he
Blake
on
put
from
hands
college
on
basketball.
Mrs. Blake Gilchrist in college.
No.
Yeah, son, Steve.
How do you
I
think
had
he
no
lasted that
idea.
long in the NBA?
people.
I
Respect
didn't even know he was in the NBA.
Every little scrappy white point guard is trying to throw hands.
They don't have a choice.
Yeah, you got to be tough out there.
I didn't realize that he had even made it to the NBA, though. He wasn't
mean,
that good
Jay
at it.
Williams?
Steve Blake?
What?
Yeah.
He was in the league for a minute.
you mean?
He was on the Lakers.
Yeah, he won a playoff game for the Lakers in 2000.
You know what? I do remember him on the Lakers now, yeah?
That was like at the end of his career.
Yeah, hating on him like he wasn't balling out there. That should be your
hate
boy. That's your boy,
surprise.
son.
It's a miracle right
Except
there.
that he played at Maryland. Like, that's never going to be my boy.
Yeah, Maryland sucks.
It's forever.
Like, if we're going by those rules, J.J. Reddick is my boy, and that's the furthest from the fucking truth.
He's not a little scrappy player though.
Yeah, he is. Or he was in college, at least.
Oh, he was nice in college. What are you talking about? He was
Right.
just scrappy.
He's
Yes, he
whack.
was. He had a
Dropping
scrappy
buckets.
attitude.
He's just out there hitting threes.
He was just a prick.
Oh, that's all right.
That's all.
Just
Yeah, he
dropping
was.
buckets.
That's all.
So
your boy
Maryland, this is
Grayson
what I was
Allen.
actually going to get to. Maryland, I remember when he was in school, they had a nice rivalry with Duke. You remember when their fans somehow got his sister's phone number?
Yes. Yes.
Yo, like they didn't get his phone number. They went for his
His
sister's
sister.
phone number and started blowing her phone up, talking so much shit about him, about how he sucks. Some people said some inappropriate things. I remember some hearing
I
about.
was
sure
like,
they
what? What did
did.
they say?
They were like chanting, "We like fucked your sister."
Yeah.
Yes,
right?
they were. Like Gary Williams had
And
to
she
get a
was, like,
microphone at one
12.
point and
She
be
was,
like,
like, 12
"Guys,
at the
Oh,
stop."
really?
Yeah, she was mad
No,
young.
I thought she was like college age.
No,
I think he may have had multiple sisters or something, because I don't know how they would get a 12-year-old.
Yeah, I thought it was an older chick. Like, I mean, either way, it's fucked up. But
Yeah.
if it's a 12-year-old, that makes it immediately shit.
What's your favorite non-UNC college basketball team? I know what yours is, McCoy.
What is it?
The 2004 Huskies.
With Ben Gordon, right? And,
Ben.
Josh Boone out there, Villanueva.
Josh Boone,
And Denham Brown.
Yep, that's crowd. Yep, that's got to be them. Ben was
Oh
always
my
the man.
God.
Ben was killing it that year, and then he went right to the Shy. It was perfect.
I can't remember the year, but the
Ben
UConn
Simmons.
team with Khalid El Amin.
He went to the Bulls also.
That floater. I just remember using that floater all the time because of him. So I guess if I had to pick a team that wasn't UNC,
Well,
course it'd
isn't
be
that
UConn.
convenient that it's both UConn?
that's why I
Yeah.
kind of
It
laughed.
is. Yes.
Conspiracy. It's a conspiracy.
Oh man, we gotta stop doing these at 9 o'clock. I would have been on that if it was 8.
Man.
We'll throw one
Boy
up for you
planned
next
this out
week.
earlier today.
Man,
funny.
what the hell?
Kev, do you have a favorite college team? Oh, you have to like your boy, the Syracuse team.
Yeah, McNamara,
You're not-
absolutely.
Oh, the Big East, man.
That's right.
I like
Ask
anybody
me
that reps
57
the
times.
original Big East, man. I mean, I always used to pull for UConn when they would go, but it was Big East or bust, dude.
Was Okafor on that Ben Gordon team too?
Yeah, I think. No.
Yep.
No. He was later.
So that
It's
team
a
had
year out.
Charlie and Ben, right? And then like Josh Boone.
And Denham Brown.
Yep, Brown. That was a squad.
The
Did they
Big
beat Duke
East.
in the title game?
I think so.
Yeah, see, they're solidified as my next squad. Doing all
Oh, no,
things.
no. They beat my team.
Did they?
Georgia Tech. Didn't they beat Georgia Tech?
Yeah, you're right. Yep, you're sure right.
Jared Jack out here
Jared
running
Jack.
That
point
team
for the
was
Knicks
fly,
right
son.
now.
That was my
Bynum.
squad.
Yeah.
Beating the
that was a
Cavs
team.
by 20 plus. Jared
DJ
Jack
Elder.
running the show
Yeah.
for the Knicks.
Naz Muhammad catching every oop
Yeah,
going to him.
everything. Him and Bynum were always dunking.
The big Aussie censure in the middle.
yeah. I hated that dude.
I'm so pissed they got rid of the Big East. What the fuck?
Yeah, man, the Big East was awesome.
Why do they even do that though? Like, I don't understand what the point of it was.
Money.
Like, Big East was making bucks, son. They had to be.
The Big East tournament was the shit.
Yeah, son. That was probably the best. That was probably the
Yo.
best tournament in the country. I mean, the ACC,
except
but
all of the money is in football, and Big East football was trash.
Yeah, you're right. Those fucking teams are terrible.
yeah.
Like that's what the reality is. Like all this conference
Northeast has,
realignment
like,
shit is
no
all
football.
powered by football. It has nothing to do with anything but football.
The Northeast
TV
sucks for
contracts come
college
from
football,
football.
man.
Yes, it does. That's
Except
because
for-
people play other shit, and down in the South they can be outdoors all the time training.
Except for where you can major in minors.
That was a top-notch sign.
That was an amazing song. Who won that game? Didn't Penn State lose?
Yeah, Ohio
Oh
State
yeah,
won.
bad. Like they were up big late and blew it.
They
39
lost,
38.
they lost because of that sign.
Yeah, they're bound to lose with that. You can't get roasted that bad and then win.
Yo, that I don't know. That's next level. Tree climbing
Keeping it.
sons of bitches.
yeah, right there. They deserve it. They'll be getting shit more than longer than Strawbis for Bobby Bo's contract.
Right? Which one do you want, Kyle?
I'll take Bobby Bo's contract.
Yo, I feel like if that program didn't get shut down, like no team ever will.
I mean, SMU got shut down, but like they didn't get shut
Yeah,
down.
but that
Like,
wasn't
what do you mean?
how long
But
ago?
you're talking about like NCAA shutdown.
Yes, shut down
Well,
their team for a few
Explain,
years.
explain to me how molesting children in the bathroom stall isn't an NCAA violation.
Right, son, right? Come on, man. Like, that doesn't get your team shut down? Didn't your whole team knew
This-
about it? Come on.
Please be the person that defends it.
I'm not. I was just asking for him to clarify. I have no
Clarify
zero
what?
defense for it. What are you
Well, I
talking
don't have to
about?
clarify.
What?
Why
Because
does
I
this
didn't-
need clarification?
I didn't know if you meant like
Be
the
clear
federal
here.
government came in and shut the school down, or if
That'd
you
be
meant
fine
like the
too,
NCAA
son.
shut down the program. Those are two extremely different things.
All of the above, son. All of the above, son. You can't play anymore. Like, son, go take your ball and go home for a few years.
And you know what? And if they were like, you can't learn anymore, I'd be like, well, you know,
Yeah, man.
Talk to your boy Sandusky.
Yeah, like, I'm fine with either. I just didn't know where he was going with it. That's all. Defend.
he's going to
the
the-
fuck is
Going
smoking
home.
over there, Richard?
I was going to ask you the same thing. Anthony came out with, your school has to get shut down because of child molestation. And Kyle was like, well, clarify
And
that.
you needed to, yeah. I need to know exactly why you think that. Like, what do you...
Shit is done.
Like,
It's over.
but we're giving out, UNC's handing out, doing possible fake classes, and they're under a 5-year investigation. These cats were molesting kids for 40 years. Like, let's not find that out, though. Bum ass NCAA.
And when they did find out, they were like, nope, we got a football game to play.
Yeah, right?
Don't tell
It's
me.
Joe Pop.
Yo, and I
So
don't remember what
legend.
all the sanctions they gave him, but a couple of years ago they
They
like
weren't
stopped
enough.
the penalizing. They were like, all right, you guys have had enough. We're going to take the rest of them off the board now.
Right? It wasn't enough that they're good again. Like, they shouldn't be good already.
No, not at all. Not at all. They shouldn't even have a team. Like, when did that all happen?
like
When did it
2011
happen?
or 12.
What do we?
Yeah, I mean,
when
they
did
should have
what
got shut
happen?
down for at least like 5 years.
When did they get
like,
accused,
get
or
your
when
team
did
up
all of
outta
that
here.
shit happen? Because apparently that shit was going down since Joe Pa's been
Yeah,
there, dude.
yeah, and he's
For
been there like 50 years.
Exactly. So when you ask when it happened, it's kind of hard to just say, "Oh,
You need some clarification on that, Kev.
yeah." It happened about fucking 50 years worth of times, apparently.
Our damn parents were born, and that shit just started. Like, this shit's crazy.
What the hell is wrong with you? If someone comes to see you and you're like, Coach, this is what I saw. And they're like, God damn it! Don't you know Miami plays a zone? Don't bring this bullshit to me.
Worry about here.
It's the wham block.
Right?
The wham block.
I'll figure out how to stop that when you figure out how to stop Lawrence Phillips.
Just see him with them black tinted glasses on in his office.
Right?
I didn't see shit.
Yeah, that really does baffle me sometimes when you think about shit like that. Like, what went through that man's mind?
Winning football
Well,
games, bro.
Yeah.
There's
Out
no,
here in
there's
Happy
no,
Valley
there's
winning
no
football.
conscious inside of your body.
Trying to get to the Rose Bowl, motherfucker. The Penn State was always there.
Well,
The
his
nit-
defense
nitly
held
line.
Michigan to 3 points last week. We can't get rid of them.
That shit's crazy.
If that keeps him motivated.
That gets him the new schemes.
Right?
I'm sure it does.
I heard that's how he clears his head.
Fucking dirtbag.
Right? All of them.
Yeah, everybody. That's what I'm saying. Like, they gotta go.
But, like, alright. Joe Pa did a lot of good things, right? Is that one bad thing enough to wipe out all the good?
This is like on the Chappelle thing when he was talking about Cosby, like he rapes but he saves. Like, what did he do
yeah,
good,
Rich.
son? He won football
Rich.
games. Like that
No,
definitely.
no,
happened.
didn't
like,
he-
he's
Didn't he
he's
do
talking
stuff
about like
for,
what
like,
he
the
did in the
community?
community? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but that one bad
but-
thing happened like 50 years worth of times.
Yeah, that, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, he did it. He
And
did
that
one
bad-
thing,
and that
but he
one
did it for
bad
50
thing that
years.
he allowed to happen continuously was like the most vile shit you can allow to
Yeah,
happen.
seriously.
Yeah.
I don't care what good you did, you suck. Go to hell.
Yeah, I'm only going to slap you in the face, but I'm going to do it for 50 years.
50 years. Right?
Oh my god. I bet you they wish it was a slap in the face. That shit. Jesus Christ. This
I don't
podcast
even-
took a turn.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, well, I don't know how
Yeah,
that happened.
The Pelicans needed some damn players, man.
Great transition right there, McCoy.
Like, well, no, I have them on the iPad, and they're
Well, they got
down
Josh Smith.
94 to 111, and they have Jameer Nelson out here before
Jameer
running
Nelson
the point.
and Josh Smith,
It's because
right?
the Magic are good.
Well, that's fine, but the Pelicans needed some damn players. Like, you can't be out here in 2017 with Jameer Nelson, your big acquisition.
Don't they have? Did
No.
they get Josh Smith too, or is that somebody
Yeah,
else?
they did. Yeah,
So they have Jameer Nelson and Josh
and
Smith.
Josh Smith, son. Like, that's who they're
They
bringing
think
in.
it's
like.
2007.
Yeah, even then, I wouldn't want those guys though.
Josh
to
Smith
be
was good in
honest.
2007.
Like Jameer came in and ruined the Magic's chances of winning a finals, if they had any. And Josh Smith,
He was nice. He was nice in 2007.
Rich, what series were we watching? Houston, when he was on Houston, and he was their second option.
A stud.
It was him and Amare going at it.
Him and Amari going at it, son, and it was awful. Like, it was absolutely terrible.
It
If
was
we
like
were
a
just
throwback
dying,
to 05 if like,
Uh-huh.
they didn't have any athleticism.
And yeah, it was just ridiculous. Like why are these two taking so many shots in a playoff game too? Right?
Yeah, it was really funny.
Stars are stepping up. That's why.
Yeah. Josh Smith's out here putting 30-foot threes up like it's all good.
That's a good idea.
Players like that are great though. You just laugh at them. If they're not on your team, they're great.
Yeah, as long as they're not the ones on your squad jacking that shit up.
You don't want that guy on your squad.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
before
wrap
we
this
go.
one up.
Nope,
Yeah, go ahead.
hold on, we're not going yet. McCoy, top 10 Jay-Z songs. Tell me what you think.
You have to
10.
name 10?
No, you don't have to
Ah,
name
okay.
anything. You have to listen.
Alright, I'll listen. I would have been way off probably.
All right. 10. In Paris. You know what song I'm talking about? Yeah, you
Which
got it.
album's that on?
The
The
Throne.
one with Kanye.
Watch the throne.
Watch the Throne.
Oh, yeah. You just didn't want to say the N-word.
Well, no, because I'm like,
It kind of confused me for a second.
I know, I didn't know how I was gonna say it.
That's classic. You just
I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
what fucking song is this?
What kind of list is this?
Don't even know the first song.
I saw how confused
Screaming
McCoy's
ass
face
list.
was, and in my mind, I was like, "This isn't going to go very well."
I was looking at my phone thinking, how am I gonna say this?
Well, I'm glad you picked up on it quick, because I was just going to let you keep going, like.
Okay. Number 9, Hard Knock Life.
That's a classic.
Number 8, Jigga What, Jigga Who, did it that time.
There you go.
Number 7, Public Service Announcement.
That's just a good one.
Number 6, Brooklyn's Finest.
Gotta be on there.
Number 5, You Don't Know.
Oh.
Number 4, 99 Problems. Number 3, Big Pimpin'.
Oh, Jesus.
Number 2, Dead Presidents 2. And number 1, Where I'm From.
I don't think. I mean, obviously, my opinion. I don't know. I don't think 99 Problems is that amazing of a song.
Yeah, I didn't really.
That's
get
not one
why
of my.
that one-
That's the far from my list of favorite Jay-Z songs. Like I usually honestly skip that when it comes on my Pandora.
That's definitely
Like,
one of his most popular songs ever, though. Like it's played all the time for any reason that anybody.
Yeah.
can
It's
think
like
of.
it's like
a
that
good
New York
song.
song. I hate that song,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's those two are in the same category, I think, with it.
and I hated it when it
those
came
are
out.
like those are the
Alicia
radio
Keys, no
songs.
talent, have it is. I hate Alicia Keys.
I don't know though. Like is the list like doing like trying to do?
You say, Rich. I didn't pick up on that.
I don't know. I guess it depends on what you're trying to do, because like there's a lot of Jay-Z songs like that aren't gonna be like huge like hit singles like that I think are amazing.
I don't
you know?
think they were trying to do like hits. I think these are genuinely
Yeah,
like
just overall.
yeah.
I'm so
That's
over
so hard,
fucking
though.
Big Pimpin'. You have no idea.
I'll always listen to Big Pimpin'.
I've heard it so much though. Like,
Yeah, me too. But I'm still pumped every time it comes on.
when I was reading the list, they had the music video for Big Pimpin' in there, and man, rap
Yeah.
videos were fun back
Yeah.
then.
The story about that video is hilarious. They're just gonna get Pimp C to do the video shoot. His verse is so good in that song too.
Yeah.
Both of them are, honestly.
Mhm.
Rest in peace, Pimp C.
So you're good with the list then? You good with the list then, McCoy?
Yeah, it's solid. I mean, I would probably have different songs on there than a bunch of those. Like, I probably wouldn't put
Well,
Hard Knock Life
'cause you'd
on
be
it,
too
but
hood
Like if
for
you
it,
had
that's why.
if you had one song you had to put on that wasn't on there, what would it be?
well, you know what one of my favorite Jay-Z songs is?
Does everybody listening know?
Yes. Well, I said before, I would put that
Yes.
Jay-Z and Kanye song, "Never Let Me Down" or whatever on there.
But that's
that song's
Kanye's
amazing.
song.
Yeah, that's true. But Jay-Z has 2 verses in it, you know?
That's true.
Like, he raps more than Kanye. That guy, the poetry guy, talks more than Kanye. But Kanye's verse is amazing in that song, too.
Well, Kanye does good things.
Yeah, when he wants to.
For the most part.
Wow. Yo, Andrew Wiggins just dunked on Richardson something fierce.
Good.
I'm going to send this to y'all
Yeah.
to check it out.
Get it, Wiggins. All right, we'll get off now. Thanks for joining us. The
hold
fellas
on,
are
hold
out.
on, hold
Happy
on.
Halloween.
Hold on. We're holding on. We're holding on.
No,
Hold on. If we're gonna skip
Go
4
ahead, Kim.
corners, I'm at least gonna.
we
give
haven't
you
done
this.
4 corners in like 3 weeks.
Well, he wants to do it, man.
Go for it. If you got
I
something
said
else,
if
go.
we're gonna
Kev.
skip 4 corners, I'm at least gonna do this. I didn't need all of that, Kyle. Today is the 15th anniversary of Herm Edwards. You play to
You
win
play
the
to
game.
win.
So
He did that shit the day before Halloween.
I just want to make sure that Herm
Right?
gets
What's
a
it, like,
shout
week
out.
I thought this
Son,
was like a
what's the
playoff
chance? Come on.
game. I
the
thought
chance?
this was like in a playoff game or like late in the season. We're barely at the midway point and he's busting it out.
It's a good
Of course,
anniversary.
man.
I'm glad you brought it up, Kev.
Now
Oh
we
my
can
God,
leave.
Wiggins.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. All right, thanks for joining us. We're out.
Peace.
I like that show. I had fun.
Yeah, that was a good one. Like we just